Hello golfers, we've had our first real hard frost overnight, and that means during the winter months there will be a change in ground conditions day to day and as we play the course. Sometimes you may find a ball like this one nearest me here, still in the shade on frosty ground, or other times the ball further away from me has made its way into the sunlight where the ground has started to thaw and become a lot softer. So how do you play these shots when it's really frosty or when the ground's softer? How you do it is exactly the same way. Using your lofted clubs, which have the most bounce on the sole, we want to engage the bounce to interact with the ground. And how we do that is, if I show you just with my right hand swinging the club, the shaft gets kind of thrown onto this side of my arm, meaning the butt of the club remains behind my hand. The opposite of that would be to drive the butt of the club forwards of my hand and leave the shaft on the trail side of my arm. Now, if we were to do that one, there's nothing wrong with that, but be aware that the leading edge of the golf club, the sharpest leading edge, may engage with the ground and stick, and that would lead to some chunks or some thins. So what I find tends to work more effectively is to allow the bounce to become exposed as it's collecting the ball, which means the shaft is being thrown to the other side of my arms. Don't leave it on the trail side of your arms. So on either surface, let's give it a go and see what happens. I'm just going to try and pitch both of these the same way. First one on the frosty ground. May sound a little bit more clicky because of the hard ground. Engage the bounce, made good contact. And the ground where it's become a little bit softer may sound duller or thuddier. Again, made pretty good contact. So to pitch perfectly this winter, make sure you expose the bounce on the sole of the club as it collects the ball. And how you do that is to allow the shaft to be thrown to this side of your arms versus don't leave it on the trail side of your arms. Give it a go and see what happens.